Must be how they power Kadara port.
Assholes took everything but the rotor hub.
Trouble with scavengers?
Always. Who are you?
Someone who can help.
Seriously doubt that. Your initiative, right? Too clean to be an exile.
I'm a pathfinder.
A pathfinder? On Kadara? Holy shit.
You said you had a scavenger problem?
Right, yeah. Bastards come at night, pick the turbines clean of parts. Expensive and annoying.
Sloan doesn't provide security?
Too busy with the collective. I'm not asking for guards, I just want our parts back.
Any idea where I could find these scavengers?
I've started putting trackers on the more valuable parts. Yard drive, generator, they've all been taken to the same nav point.
I'll check it out.
If the parasites put up a fight, don't feel bad about offing them. Yeah?
What do you think about Kadara?
Smells like week-old eggs and curdled milk.
So you regret leaving the Nexus?
Pathfinder, I regret leaving the Milky Way. But if Kadara's taught me one thing, it's that there's no time for regrets. Live in the present or die thinking about the past.
Who runs the wind farm?
It's a communal effort. Everyone helps maintain the turbines. But me and the Solarian are the only trained technicians. So, naturally, that puts us in charge.
Does the Solarian have a name?
Yeah, and if he was ever nice, I'd use it. Until then, he's just the Solarian.
Stay safe.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe the scavengers will be reasonable.
Don't get your hopes up.
Well, that is a kind of reasonable.
Someone got to them first.
And destroyed Ashland's missing parts. What the hell did this? Fiend! Well, let's go give Ashland the bad news. Found your scavengers. Dead. A fiend got them.
And the turbine parts?
Destroyed. Nothing left but scrap.
I'll take satisfaction knowing my yard drive isn't being used by a bloody scav. Thanks, Pathfinder.
Stay safe.
Yeah, sure.
You hear that?
Intruders! Stand down. The charlatan wants this one alive. Out for a walk, Pathfinder?
More of a jaunt. It's good to stretch the legs.
A sense of humor. In Kadara, that'll either get you far or dead. But my orders are clear. You're not to be harmed. Crux is in charge here. If you've got questions, talk to her.
Sam, what's inside the cages?
Judging from the scratching, Oddie.
Sam, what are they doing with the Adhi?
It appears the collective are attempting to domesticate the creatures.
And how's that going?
Aggression levels are lower than what we've seen in the wild, but I wouldn't recommend opening the cage.
Not easy building something like that out here.
hang with the wrong crew.
Hey!
Joking, but seriously, that's an impressive amount of merch.
Caution, this plant is highly noxious, Pathfinder.
Damn. I was hoping for Helios' version of tulips.
The Collective most likely uses it to make poison.
I'd rather you not touch that. Heading out to get. Not for a bit.
I'm working on it.
Are you a new recruit too?
No, just happened to stumble on this place.
Oh, you're the Pathfinder. Crux said we're to be nice to you. I'm new here. Still trying to take everything in.
Why join the Collective?
I lived in port my whole life. Then Sloane shows up and demands a protection fee. My family was still reeling from encounters with Ket. We couldn't pay, so the outcast banished us to the Badlands. The Collective promised us protection and a chance to get back at Sloane. So I took it.
See you around.
You're using the wrong cipher.
Oh, that worked.
Pathfinder, you caught me off guard. We don't receive many visitors.
I didn't come here to cause problems.
You just have interesting timing. Someone's been faking the charlatan's orders, giving bad intel. It got 2 of our recruits killed.
Someone impersonating the charlatan could do a lot of damage.
Only the representatives have access to such high-level information. The boss knows it's someone operating out of this base. It's my job to find the culprit.
So what's the holdup?
The imposter could bolt at the first sign of suspicion. I need a subtle way to smoke them out.
Why would someone risk impersonating the charlatan?
Greed is a powerful motivator, Pathfinder. The Collective has access to supplies, credits, you name it. And we only answer to one person.
Maybe I could help? I'm not connected to the Collective. A curious outsider would raise less suspicion than an official representative.
That's true. All right, Pathfinder. Here's what we know. The drop point was in the sulfur springs, so the imposter should have high levels of sulfur in their clothes.
Sam's sensors should be able to detect that. Anything else?
We found footprints that could be human or Asari, but too smudged to get an exact size. That's all my intel. Pathfinder, still here?
What is a charlatan representative exactly?
Most members of the Collective have no direct contact with the charlatan. The boss delivers their orders through us. Even as a representative, I only get messages. I've never met the charlatan in person.
You're okay with that?
I don't like being micromanaged. As long as I carry out the charlatan's orders, I have the freedom to do as I want.
What's it like working for the Collective?
Enjoyable for the most part. Pays good, and being representative gets me respect. Sure, I live in a cave, but every job has its downside, right?
You've no regrets about leaving the Nexus then?
No way. Those idiots have no idea what they're doing. At least the charlatan has their shit figured out.
Why work for the charlatan instead of Sloane?
Because moving up in the outcasts is a popularity contest. Sloane promotes her friends over the qualified. The charlatan doesn't care who you are, just how you perform.
Thanks for the chat.
Sulfur levels are on the high side, but not by a large percentage.
And she's Asari, which fits our footprint bill. Can't rule her out yet.
She's worth further investigation. Sulfur levels are normal.
Not our culprit, then.
Sulfur readings are low. Additionally, Angaran feet are distinct from humans and Asari.
Can't hurt to check.
High sulfur levels, but the footprints at the drop site contradict a Solarian's webbed feet.
Just being thorough, Sam.
Sulfur levels are high. Her footprints are of a similar shape to those left at the drop site.
Could be our rat.
Before accusing Dorado, perhaps you'd like to talk to her. She could have an alibi.
Need something? Go bother Crux.
You're a testy one.
Sorry. Haven't slept in 36 hours, thanks to another shit job.
36 hours? That can't be healthy.
Defying the charlatan's orders isn't healthy. I go where I'm told.
You've never been tempted to manipulate your boss's orders?
What? What do you mean?
You know, fudge the intel, use the collective's resources to make a profit on the side?
I don't know what you're playing at, but I'm done talking to you.
Dorado's heart rate spiked when you questioned her about the charlatan's orders.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
A popular quote from Hamlet, one of William Shakespeare's.
Sorry about before, not much traffic down here. Recruits are jumpy.
You didn't shoot. That's all that matters.
You're awfully good-natured about people pointing guns at your face. Some of us have been down here for months. I haven't seen the sun in weeks.
Weeks? Seriously?
I'm one of the few people who know how to operate the water filters. I've been trying to train a backup, but most recruits can't stand the smell. Not many volunteers. I'd better get back to work. Thanks for the chat.
What do you think of Lynx, Sam?
Her explanation for the level of sulfur in her clothes was plausible, Pathfinder.
Ready, Taurus. Pathfinder, any luck finding the imposter?
Dorado's clothes showed high levels of sulfur. When I questioned her loyalty to the charlatan, she became frantic.
You asked her outright. I said to be discreet. Aquila, detain Dorado.
Dorado? She's gone. Said it was on the charlatan's orders.
Damn it. If the charlatan finds out I let her get away...
I'll take care of it. She can't have gone far.
Wow, this place is big. Headshot!
Crux, it's Ryder.
Did you find Dorado?
She ambushed me. I had no choice but to take her out.
Would have liked to question her, but at least it's done. Thanks, Pathfinder.